Students, in this lecture now, let us discuss the transverse section of the testes. Means when we are cutting the testes like this transversely. If this is the testes, I'm cutting it like this in a transverse section. Last lecture we have seen when we are cutting it longitudinally. When we are cutting it longitudinally, we are going to see one testes which is going to have three layers. The outermost being the tunica vaginalis, okay, which is thrown into parietal and visceral layers. Then you have the tunica albuginea, which actually divides the testes into compartments, into testicular lobules, around 200 to 300 testicular lobules. If we go by the NCERT textbook, 250 testicular lobules. Tunica albuginea is dividing the testes into testicular lobules. And then you have the tunica vasculosa, which will be just an inner layer surrounding these lobules. Okay, the thin inner layer which will be surrounding the lobules. Now each lobule we have seen will be having coiled tubes called the seminiferous tubules. So 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Each lobule will be having 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Alright, you may also have it as 1 to 4 in some of the reference textbooks. But NCERT is giving you 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules, so you have to remember that for your MCQs in the NEET exam. So each testicular lobule is going to have these coiled tubules which will be straightened up at the end. We have seen this in detail. So ये जो seminiferous tubule है, वो एक side से closed रहेगा. It will be a structure which is closed from one end and open from the other end. This is from where this portion, this straight portion of the tubule is called the rete testes. And from here, whatever is produced in the seminiferous tubule, हमने discuss किया है seminiferous tubules are the structural and functional unit of the testes. यहीं पे spermatogenesis होता है, that is production of sperms. And from the seminiferous tubule, sperms will be going to the rete testes. Rete testes से vasa efferentia के through sperms will go to the epididymis. We have discussed all the parts of the epididymis in the last lecture. Now, if we cut this tubule like this, if I'm cutting the section of this tubule over here, what we are going to see, what type of cells we are going to see is what this diagram is showing you. Alright, so these are the seminiferous tubules. This is one testicular lobule. This is one testicular lobule showing you three seminiferous tubules. We have discussed that 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules can be present in a testicular lobule. So ये तीन seminiferous tubules हैं in this one testicular lobule, which you are seeing in this cross section now. We have cut it like this in the transverse section. So these are the type of cells which we are going to see inside the seminiferous tubules. These are the seminiferous tubules. Let me label it. So these are the seminiferous tubules. All right. And this area is now going to be the interstitial substance. Okay, this is going to be the connective tissue now between the tubules. So this will be the intertubular area. This will be the intertubular matrix. Intertubular matrix. That is the connective tissue over there. All right. This is going to be the intertubular matrix. Now, inside each seminiferous tubule, you are going to see a variety of cells which actually tell us the process of spermatogenesis. एक sperm कैसे बनता है differentiate होके from various other cells. This is what the arrangement of cells inside the seminiferous tubule tells us about. So let us see what kind of cells are present in the seminiferous tubule. Inside each seminiferous tubule, now this is the basement membrane of the tubule. This is the basement membrane. Inside each tubule, you will first see a cuboidal layer of germinal epithelial cells. So germ cells, which will be cuboidal epithelial cells. So this first layer on the basement membrane inside the seminiferous tubule will be of the germ cells, that is the germinal epithelial cells. These undergo multiplication. They multiply so many times to produce other cells of the same type, which are now called, this second layer is the spermatogonia. spermatogonia. ओके, सो जर्म सेल्स डिवाइड करते हैं, मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं बहुत बार टू प्रोड्यूस स्पर्मेटोगोनिया. Spermatogonia now, some of the cells from the spermatogonia, they become larger in size because of accumulation of food. Okay, they become larger in size, they grow in size. We call them the primary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocytes meiotic division करके divide होते हैं and they produce secondary spermatocytes. See the layers now. Secondary spermatocyte. We will see these in detail in the process of spermatogenesis, which I am going to discuss after this. Okay, you just remember the cells now which you are going to see from in the seminiferous tubule, from the basement membrane towards the lumen. Secondary spermatocytes, which again differentiate, undergo mitotic division, and they produce the spermatids. Spermatids. These spermatids then undergo morphodifferentiation. इनकी shape में change हो जाता है, morphologically differentiate हो जाते हैं, and they produce what are called these sperms or the spermatozoa. Spermatozoa or the sperms. Arrangement of these cells is important for you to understand. When we see the process of spermatogenesis, तब आपको और अच्छे से समझेगा कि ये डायग्राम में कैसे एक के बाद एक cells हैं. We'll be discussing that now. Okay, but now you see, this is the seminiferous tubule. This is the basement membrane. The germinal epithelial cells, they differentiate, they multiply to form a lot many cells which are spermatogonia now. This spermatogonia is the sperm mother cell. This spermatogonia is the sperm mother cell. We call it the sperm mother cell, which produces the sperms. And there is one more cell which is going to provide nourishment to the developing sperms, which are called the Sertoli cells. So these pyramidal cells, ये pyramidal cells now germinal epithelium से differentiate हुए हैं into a pyramidal shape, into a columnar shape. These are called the Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells or the nurse cells or the sustanticular cells. Sustanticular cells. So ये germinal epithelium से cells have divided to form spermatogonia. And cells have divided, multiplied to form, ये spermatogonia बन रहे हैं बहुत सारे. Multiplication, division, a lot of spermatogonia are produced. And these pyramidal cells are produced, which are the Sertoli cells, which are columnar in shape, they are pyramidal in shape, they are triangular in shape. They provide nourishment to the developed sperms. And it is the spermatogonia which is going to undergo the process of spermatogenesis and produce sperms. So यहाँ से sperms produce होंगे. These sperms are going to attach to these Sertoli cells for nourishment. Here the sperm mother cell is only producing the sperms. Sertoli cells are going to nourish the sperms. The produced sperms are going to be nourished by the Sertoli cells. Important MCQ. Hence, Sertoli cells are also called nurse cells or sustanticular cells. You have to remember this. Different names of the Sertoli cells. So, यहाँ पे spermatogonia के बाद you will have spermatogonia is going to grow in size because of accumulation of food. सारे spermatogonia नहीं होंगे. Some of them are going to grow. They are going to become bigger in size. These will be the primary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocytes. These primary spermatocytes will now undergo meiotic division and they will be producing the secondary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocyte के बाद मिलेंगे secondary spermatocytes. Alright, and the secondary spermatocytes will again undergo meiotic division, again undergo maturation, and they will be producing these spermatids. अभी तक मैंने जितने भी सेल्स बनाए हैं सब राउंड और क्यूबॉइडल बनाए हैं. ओके, नाउ द स्पर्मेटिड्स विल बी अंडरगोइंग मॉर्फो डिफरेंशिएशन. अब उनके पास एक हेड आ जाएगा और एक टेल आ जाएगा, which is the shape of a sperm. So spermatids will be undergoing morphodifferentiation to produce spermatozoa or the sperms, which are the male gametes. These spermatozoa or the sperms, they will attach to the Sertoli cells for nourishment. They will attach to the Sertoli cells for nourishment. Once their nourishment is complete, they are going to come and stay in this lumen over here now. So you have to remember, for their nourishment, the sperms are going to attach to the Sertoli cells. Their head is going to attach to the Sertoli cells and the tail is going to be towards the lumen. बाद में जब इनका नरिशमेंट हो जाता है, दे आर मैच्योर इनफ, दे आर डेवलप्ड इनफ, दे कम इनसाइड द लूमेन. ये लूमेन से फिर ये स्पर्म्स निकलते हैं एंड दे विल गो टू विच स्ट्रक्चर फ्रॉम द सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स. कम टू माय डायग्राम ओवर हियर. सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स से निकल के कहां पर आएंगे? दे विल कम इनटू द रेटी टेस्टिस. फ्रॉम द रेटी टेस्टिस दे विल एंटर इनटू वासा एफ्रिंशिया. From vasa efferentia, they will again go into this coiled tube, which is epididymis. ये sequence हमने बहुत डिटेल में देखा है लास्ट लेक्चर में. All right. So you have to remember, the sperms are going to be attached, their head towards the Sertoli cell, the tail towards the lumen. All right. And once they are mature, they are going to be free in the lumen over here. Once their nourishment is complete, the development is complete, they are going to be free in the lumen over here. And from this lumen, from this area now, they will come out and move to the ready testes, because we have discussed कि उनको जाना है female organism में. The male gametes which are produced, the sperms that are produced, have to go to the female organism. Okay. So they will be traveling from here to the ready testes, then through the vasa efferentia to the epididymis, and आगे का हम देखने वाले हैं. Okay, we are going to see the complete male reproductive system, how they will come out from the penis. वो पूरा structure we are going to see, पूरा pathway we are going to see. So here you have to remember all these different types of cells, starting from the germ cells. They are going to multiply in huge numbers. They are going to produce spermatogonia. Okay, spermatogonia is plural क्योंकि बहुत सारे बन रहे हैं. If I want to write down singular, I will write spermatogonium. Spermatogonium is singular, spermatogonia is plural. These spermatogonia are going to grow in size, which is because of the accumulation of food. ये बन जाएंगे primary spermatocytes. This primary spermatocyte is going to undergo meiotic division. It is going to produce the secondary spermatocyte, जो आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हो. These secondary spermatocytes again undergo meiotic division. They produce the spermatids. Spermatids undergo morphodifferentiation. उनका shape change होता है, उनका size change होता है, छोटी size से बड़ा size होता है, head और tail का shape हो जाता है. These are the spermatozoa or the sperm, which are the male gametes. Now when they are produced, when they are formed, ये attach रहते हैं in pyramidal cells को, which are called the Sertoli cells, which provide nourishment to them. So the head is attached to the Sertoli cell and tail is towards the lumen. Once their development is complete, their nourishment is complete, they come to lie free in the lumen over here. From here, they are now ready to be released into the ready testes, which is the part following the seminiferous tubule, जहाँ से seminiferous tubule open रहेगा. From the ready testes, they will go through the vasa efferentia to the epididymis, and then the further pathway which we are going to discuss. Okay, so आपको यहाँ पे याद रखने हैं ये सारे cells. For your state board, you should be able to draw the CS of testes if asked. You have to remember the layers also. When you do the cross section, आपको बाहर से tunica vaginalis, then tunica albigena, then tunica vasculosa ये भी दिखेंगे. Alright, so you will see these layers over here, and then from tunica albugina is divided into these testicular lobules. Each testicular lobule is going to have 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. So these are the seminiferous tubules now when you're seeing it in cross section. It is going to show you all the cells which are present over here. We have seen seminiferous tubules are the structural and functional unit of the testes. जिसके लिए testes descend हुआ है for the production of sperm, it is actually inside the seminiferous tubules the production of sperm is taking place. And then सारे cells जो seminiferous tubule के अंदर हैं, they will be called intratubular cells. Intratubular means inside the tubule. So now all these cells that we have discussed will be intratubular cells. These as well as these as well as the Sertoli cells. Okay, all these cells that we have discussed now will be intratubular, that is inside the tubule, intratubular. Now tubules के बीच का जो cytoplasm है, tubules के बीच का जो interstitium है, alright, you will have cluster of cells over there which is called the Leydig cells. These cells over here are called the Leydig cells. Leydig cells. These will be the intertubular cells. Intertubular cells will be the Leydig cells. MCQ आता है, sperm production कौन करता है, intratubular cells or intertubular cells? So intratubular cells are going to produce sperm. Intertubular cells, they secrete the male sex hormones, that is the androgens, more specifically the testosterone. So these cells are going to produce the male sex hormones. So important MCQ again, steroidogenesis, that is production of the steroid male sex hormones, happens in the intertubular cells, that is the Leydig cells. Whereas spermatogenesis, that is production of the sperms, the male gametes, happens inside the tubular cells, that is the intratubular cells. ये inside the tubule होता है, ये outside the tubule होता है in the intertubular matrix. So these cells which are present in clusters in the intertubular matrix, these are called the Leydig cells. They produce the male sex hormone testosterone. हम देखेंगे कि किसके हार्मोन्स के इन्फ्लुएंस में स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस होता है और प्रोडक्शन ऑफ male sex hormones होता है, that is steroidogenesis. Okay, all this is going to happen at the onset of puberty. At the onset of puberty, the male can start making sperms, and we have seen the different secondary sexual characters that will also develop because of this testosterone. So all this is going to happen at the onset of puberty. Alright, so you have to remember all these cells over here. This diagram is very easy. It's like a rangoli जो हम बनाते हैं, okay? You have to just make these different kind of cells. We will be seeing the process of spermatogenesis now. So it is more clear to you कि किसके बाद कौन सा cell आएगा in the picture. Alright? Or it is like a pizza also. Just have a circle like this, which is having these things cut like this and then cells in between. So that is the way you can remember drawing this diagram. Very easy. That is the transverse section of the testes. You have to remember कि ये seminiferous tubules है, हमने ऐसे cut किया है. Now one testicular lobule is going to show you 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules, and inside each seminiferous tubules all this activity is going on. Which activity? Activity of production of sperm. That is the process of spermatogenesis. It happens at the onset of puberty. Alright? So ये सारे cells आपको याद रखने हैं. We will now see how actually these cells have started differentiating. But you have to remember intratubular कौन से cells हैं, intertubular कौन से cells हैं. You have to remember spermatids का morpho differentiation होता है and you get this shape of the sperm. We will be seeing the structure of the sperm also in detail. So you have to remember ये spermatids का morpho differentiation होके sperms मिलता है. These sperms, they go and attach to the Sertoli cells for nourishment. Sertoli cells are the nurse cells. They are the substantia killer cells. इनका head is attached to the Sertoli cell. Tail lies free in the lumen. Once the nourishment is complete, they are going to come and lie in the lumen completely. So you can show free sperms also over here, and you can show them attached also in bundles to the Sertoli cells. Alright, once they are lying free in the lumen now, they are free to come. They will be coming out from the seminiferous tubules to the next portion, that is the reti testes, and further to the vasa efferentia, epididymis, and they will be going. They will be traveling the whole male reproductive system to be ejaculated outside from the penis, which is the external genitalia of the male. So you have to remember all these cells. Now let us discuss the process of spermatogenesis. Now let us see this process of spermatogenesis in a very simplified manner. Okay, I want all of you to write this with me. Spermatogenesis is the process of formation of the sperm. The word itself is telling you spermatogenesis. Sperm we know is the male gamete, is the male sexual gamete. The process of formation of this sperm is spermatogenesis, formation of the male sex gamete. It happens inside the seminiferous tubule by the intratubular cells inside the seminiferous tubule. Now let us start. हमने देखा है कि germ cells होते हैं. These germ cells, they undergo a lot of multiplication division. Germ cells जो होते हैं वो diploid रहेंगे. ये बहुत सारे स्पर्मेटोगोनिया बनाते हैं या स्पर्मेटोगोनियम बनाते हैं. They produce a lot of spermatogonia, or if I have to write it singular, I will write it gonium. So germ cells, they undergo multiplication. बहुत सारा multiplication division होता है, mitosis होता है. They make spermatogonium, which is again diploid. These are many in number from one germ cell. Some of the spermatogonia now, they grow in size. ये grow होते हैं size में. तो एक spermatogonium which has grown in size is now called the primary spermatocyte. This is also going to be diploid. There is no change, only it has grown in number. The genetic constitution has not changed. This is same, primary spermatocyte का same है. It is only this cell which has grown because of accumulation of food. It has grown in size. Now we have taken one spermatogonium over here out of these many. But simultaneously these many, they undergo division. Alright. For teaching you, for making you understand, we are taking one spermatogonium over here. जो बड़ा होके it grows in size and forms the first primary spermatocyte. Now it is same, the genetic constitution is same, only thing is it has grown in size. Now this primary spermatocyte, it undergoes meiosis. And it forms two secondary spermatocytes. अब meiosis हुआ है, reduction division हुआ है, so now these will be haploid. So secondary spermatocyte is the first haploid cell which is formed in the process of spermatogenesis. अभी तक सारे diploid थे. The germ cell was diploid, spermatogonium was diploid, primary spermatocyte was diploid. यहाँ पर सिर्फ mitosis हुआ है. Now यहाँ पे meiosis हुआ है, reduction division हुआ है. So you will have haploid cells now. Secondary spermatocytes are the first haploid cells that are formed in the process of spermatogenesis. Alright. So if the chromosome number over here is 46, here 46, here 46, here it will become 23, 23. These secondary spermatocytes again undergo reduction division, again undergo meiosis to form haploid cells which are called spermatids. Spermatids, these are again going to be haploid. So spermatid is haploid, secondary spermatocytes are haploid, but the first haploid cells formed in the process of spermatogenesis are going to be the secondary spermatocytes. The spermatids are formed later on. Alright, अब ये spermatids तक की सारी shape हमने round बनाई है. These spermatids are going to undergo morphodifferentiation. इनके shape में change होगा. Rest everything is going to remain same. It is going to undergo morphodifferentiation and it is going to form the spermatozoa. So each spermatid is going to mature, is going to undergo morphodifferentiation to form spermatozoa. Spermatid जो है वो non-functional रहता है. It is not having any movement. It is non-functional. It undergoes this morphodifferentiation to become a functional sperm, which is having motility, which is having movement. All right. So spermatid has now become the sperm or the spermatozoa, which is the male sex gamete. ये हुआ है morphodifferentiation से. So let me write it down now again in a different way. यहाँ पे हुआ है mitosis. यहाँ बहुत सारा multiplication हुआ है. We call it the multiplication phase of spermatogenesis. Second phase में spermatogonia grow हुआ है. Growth हुई है because of accumulation of food. We call it the growth phase. We call it the growth phase. This is 2, this is 1. So spermatogenesis के process में पहले mitosis हुआ है, multiplication हुआ है, then growth हुआ है, where the spermatogonium has grown in size because of the accumulation of food, and we call it the primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte has now undergone meiosis. So meiosis 1. These secondary spermatocytes have again undergone meiosis. So meiosis 2. And these spermatids which are produced after the second meiotic division, these spermatids, they undergo morphodifferentiation. उनकी morphology change हो जाएगी. Morphodifferentiation. They change in size, they change in shape, and they get the shape of the human male sex gamete. That is the sperm. We will discuss this structure of the sperm in detail. So ये हुआ है morphodifferentiation. So this comes in the maturation phase. Maturation. This is number 3. First is multiplication, then is growth, and then is the maturation. You have to remember maturation phase में 2 बार meiotic division हो रहा है. Alright, now see, if this is diploid, then this is diploid because mitosis हो रहा है, equational division है. This has just grown in size, the genetic constitution remains the same, so it is diploid. यहाँ के बाद meiosis हो रहा है, तो reduction division होगा. Now here 23 and here 23, there will be haploid cells, again meiotic division, that is the second meiotic division, again haploid cells. अब MCQs, write down these MCQs. एक primary spermatocyte से कितने sperms बन सकते हैं? एक primary spermatocyte से 4 sperms बन सकते हैं. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because one primary spermatocyte is divided into 2 secondary spermatocytes, each secondary spermatocyte is dividing into 2 spermatids, and these spermatids are morphodifferentiating, they are maturing as the sperms. So important MCQ, one primary spermatocyte can form 4 sperms. One primary spermatocyte or one spermatogonium एक स्पर्मेटोगोनियम जो ग्रो हो रहा है साइज में और स्पर्मेटोसाइट बन रहा है, one spermatogonium or one primary spermatocyte can form 4 sperms. Is it clear? One spermatogonium can form 4 sperms. So 100 sperms बनाने के लिए कितने primary spermatocytes लगेंगे? 100 sperms बनाने के लिए कितने primary spermatocytes लगेंगे? 100 divided by 4, which is going to be how much? Which is going to be 25. Okay? Which is going to be 25. So that is how you will be getting MCQs. Now you are going to tell me the answer. एक सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट में से कितने स्पर्म्स बनेंगे? आई एम सेइंग वन सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट. So one secondary spermatocyte can make 2 sperms. It is differentiating into 2 spermatids, and then these spermatids, each spermatid will form 1 sperm. So secondary spermatocyte, एक secondary spermatocyte, if I write over here, one secondary spermatocyte can form 2 sperms. This was one primary spermatocyte, can form 4 sperms. One secondary spermatocyte can form 2 sperms. So 100 बनाने के लिए कितने लगेंगे? कितने secondary spermatocytes लगेंगे? If I want to make 100 sperms, I will require again now 100 divided by 2, which will be 50. 50 secondary spermatocytes लगेंगे to form 100 sperms. Whereas 25 primary spermatocytes लगेंगे to form 100 sperms. Now you are going to again tell me कितने spermatids लगेंगे to form 100 sperms. How many spermatids you will require to form 100 sperms? One spermatid is forming how many sperms? 1. Each one is forming 1 sperm. So 100 sperms बनाने के लिए कितने spermatids लगेंगे? 100 spermatids लगेंगे. 100 sperms बनाने के लिए 100 spermatids लगेंगे. These kind of MCQs you are going to get on this what we have discussed. So it is important for you to remember this कि कितना cell क्या बना रहा है. Let us see it again quickly. See, these are the germ cells, okay, which are present on the basement membrane inside the seminiferous tubules. These differentiate, they multiply, they form the spermatogonium. बहुत सारा इक्वेशनल डिवीजन होता है, मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है. दिस फेज इज कॉल्ड मल्टीप्लिकेशन. माइटोसिस होता है, बहुत सारे स्पर्मेटोगोनियम बनते हैं. All right, this is diploid. This will also be diploid. If I have to write it in detail, I will write it as 44 plus XY. You know this, what I have written now. Okay, 46 को मैंने 44 plus XY लिखा है. Then you get a primary spermatocyte, which is a cell which is formed by the food accumulation, which grows. This cell grows in size because of the accumulation of food. It is the spermatogonium only which has grown in size. It is now called the primary spermatocyte. This is the growth phase जहाँ पे spermatogonium, एक spermatogonium grow हुआ है और बड़े size का बना है. This is now called the primary spermatocyte. The genetic constitution remaining the same, only it has grown in size. Again, over here the constitution becomes 44 plus XY. Okay. Now this primary spermatocyte undergoes first meiotic division, that is a reduction division. So you will get 2 haploid cells. These are called the secondary spermatocytes. Secondary spermatocytes are the first haploid cells formed in spermatogenesis, in the process of spermatogenesis. Important MCQ. Now these secondary spermatocytes, you know, they are haploid. Okay, so यहाँ पे हो जाएगा 22 plus X. This 22 plus X and this 22 plus Y. Genetic constitution change हो जाएगा with haploid cells. All right. These secondary spermatocytes again undergo reduction division. They form haploid cells. These 2 spermatocytes are going to form 4 spermatids. So you will have over here 22 plus x, 22 plus x from this, and you will have over here 22 plus y, 22 plus y from this. So two spermatids from this one secondary spermatocyte, two spermatids from this one secondary spermatocyte. So एक spermatogonium से हमको 4 spermatids मिल रहे हैं. These spermatids, they undergo morphodifferentiation. इनका shape और size change होता है and they form the male gamete, which is the sperm or the spermatozoa. This phase is called the morphodifferentiation phase. So एक spermatogonium से अगर 4 spermatids मिल रहे हैं, that means 4 sperms मिल रहे हैं, 4 spermatozoa मिल रहे हैं. All these will be the words in your MCQ. एक सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट से 2 स्पर्मेटिड्स मिल रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स 2 स्पर्म्स मिल रहे हैं, एंड देन यू विल गेट टू कैलकुलेट. अगर 100 स्पर्म्स चाहिए तो कितने सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट्स बनाएंगे, अगर 200 स्पर्म्स चाहिए तो कितने सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट्स बनाएंगे. ऑलराइट, सो दिस यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड ओवर हियर, एंड ऑल्सो द जेनेटिक कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन. Still here you are having diploid cells only. 46C आपका क्रोमोसोम नंबर 44 plus XY वैसे भी लिख सकते हैं. Again for your MCQ, secondary spermatocyte will be the first haploid cell which will be formed in the process of spermatogenesis. Now the genetic constitution is going to change. यहाँ पे 22 plus X हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे 22 plus Y हो जाएगा. And then again from here, यहाँ से जो daughter cells मिलेंगे वो 22 plus X, 22 plus X रहेंगे. From this you will get 22 plus Y, 22 plus Y. And then they undergo morphodifferentiation to form sperm or the spermatozoa. This stage is also called spermiogenesis. The differentiation, the morphodifferentiation, the change in shape and size of the spermatids to form the spermatozoa, this is also called spermiogenesis. Spermiogenesis. तो ये पूरे प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस. इंपॉर्टेंट MCQ. But only this phase of morphodifferentiation, of change in shape and size of the spermatid to form the male gamete or the spermatozoa or the sperm is called spermiogenesis. अब एक सेंटेंस ध्यान से सुनो. Can I say that spermiogenesis is one of the steps of spermatogenesis, that is the formation of the sperm? Yes. MCQs में आना है. ये morphodifferentiation हमने यहीं पे डिस्कस किया है spermatogenesis में. Only thing is this process of morphodifferentiation of spermatids to sperm is called spermiogenesis. That is the differentiation of, that is the change in shape and size of these spermatids to form the sperm. Spermiogenesis is one of the steps or is the last step of spermatogenesis. ये sentence correct है for your MCQ. Alright? Now, जब ये sperm ready हो जाएंगे, ये Sertoli cells को रहेंगे stick. Okay, they head towards the Sertoli cells. They are going to get the nourishment from here. The tail towards the lumen. Alright? When they are fully developed, they are nourished, they are going to be free in the lumen. Now the process from which they are going to get released from the lumen, the process by which the developed sperms are released from the lumen of the seminiferous tubule and they move forward to the retitestes, this process is called spermiation. देखो इधर spellings को. Spermiation. Let me repeat it again. Process by which, or the step in which the developed sperms in the lumen of the seminiferous tubules are now going to be released from the seminiferous tubules to enter into the retitestes and move forward is called spermiation. Spermiation is the release of the fully developed sperms from the seminiferous tubules further into the retitestes and further into the vasa, eprinchia, epididymis or organelle. Spermiogenesis is the morphodifferentiation, that is the change in the shape and size of the spermatids to form spermatozoa or the sperm. Spermatogenesis is the formation of the male sex gametes, is the formation of the sperm from the germ cells of the seminiferous tubule. समझ में आ रहे हैं ये तीनों वर्ड? Spermatogenesis, Permeogenesis, Permeation, important. Permeogenesis is a step of spermatogenesis. Yes, it is a step of spermatogenesis. So very important. I hope अब आपको ये समझा है. Just do this with me. If you have not done, just go back in the lecture. Just go back to the lecture and start making this with me. Start writing down all this with me and you will understand. And just do these calculations also. Put forward these questions and do these calculations. See if you understand. If you don't understand, just give me a call. Okay? So अब देखो इस diagram को. And let me tell you, or you will be able to tell you, if these are the primary germ cells, ये differentiate होंगे into spermatogonium. Spermatogonium grow होगा, we call it the primary spermatocyte. Primary spermatocyte is going to undergo meiotic division, we call them the secondary spermatocytes. फिर से division होगा, we call them the spermatids. Spermatids का morpho differentiation होगा and you get the spermatozoa on the sperm, which takes their nourishment from the Sertoli cells. इसीलिए spermatids का morpho differentiation होने के बाद when the spermatozoa form, they are going to go and attach to the Sertoli cells, then head towards the cells and they stay in the lumen. When they have got their nourishment, they are sufficient developed, they are going to be free in the lumen over here. So now you will understand कि कौन से सेल के बाद कौन सा सेल है in the diagram. If you understand this process of spermatogenesis. Do this again quickly with the help of this chart, okay? Which is very important for you for your state board exam also to explain the process of spermatogenesis and for you to understand also. देखो एक germ cell in the seminiferous tubule. It can differentiate, it can multiply many number of times and it can produce so many spermatogonia. Multiplication division होता है, repeated mitotic division होता है. इसीलिए spermatogonia कभी खत्म नहीं होते हैं. Because the germ cells are continuously undergoing mitotic division, they are continuously multiplying to produce the spermatogonia. Now, one spermatogonium, if we are taking over here, this is the spermatogonium. This grows in size, बहुत सारे grow करते हैं. For explaining, we are taking one in example. ये spermatogonium, it grows in size because of the accumulation of food. Genetic constitution वही रहेगा. Diploid है germ cell भी, spermatogonium भी diploid है. We get the primary spermatocyte, which is also diploid, which has the same genetic constitution. ये है growth phase, where the spermatogonium is growing in size because of the accumulation of food. Alright, this primary spermatocyte now, which is diploid, it undergoes first meiotic division, which is a reduction division. यहाँ पे अब मिलेंगे haploid cells, which are the secondary spermatocytes. These are the first haploid cells produced in the process of spermatogenesis. Then these secondary spermatocytes again undergo meiotic division, which is meiosis II, to produce spermatids. So each secondary spermatocyte is going to produce two spermatids, and then these spermatids, they undergo morphodifferentiation, they undergo change in shape and size to produce these spermatozoa, which are the sperm originated cells, which are haploid. Okay, so ये haploid है, ये haploid है, ये haploid है, ये haploid. This is diploid. These all are diploid. The germ cell is diploid. For all your MCQs. So now you see the diagram. Germ cell के बाद spermatogonium, spermatogonium के साथ बाद primary spermatocyte, उसके बाद secondary spermatocyte, उसके बाद spermatid, और उसके बाद spermatozoa. This process of morphodifferentiation from the spermatids to the spermatozoa is also called permeogenesis, which is a step of spermatogenesis. And finally, ये जब बन जाते हैं, when the spermatozoa form, they are going to be attached to the Sertoli cells, because these cells, they are going to provide them nourishment, जिसके अंदर में वो develop होंगे. After they are fully developed, they will come to the lumen. They will be free in the lumen. From here, they can be released further into the ready testes. This process is called permeation. So This flowchart I want all of you to do it right now in your notebook and see if you can understand. Okay, this is the process of spermatogenesis, that is the production of the male gametes. कहाँ पे होता है? सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स में होता है. सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स में हो रहा है, मतलब इंट्राट्यूब्यूलर हो रहा है. सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल के अंदर होता है. बेसिकली टेस्टिस में होता है. टेस्टिस के अंदर सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स में होता है. How many सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स are there in one testis? अगर 50 compartments हैं, 200 to 360 compartments हैं, and each compartment is having 1 to 3 सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स, तो मल्टीप्लाई करके देखो एक टेस्टिस में कितने सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स हैं. We've done this. Okay, so इनके अंदर हो रहा है spermatogenesis, production of the sperm. Therefore, seminiferous tubules are called the structural and functional unit of the testes. This happens at the onset of puberty, and during one intercourse or during one coitus, around 200 to 300 sperms are released from the male body. 200 to 300 million sperms. So देखो germ cells कितना multiply कर सकते हैं. They can produce so many spermatogonia, which again further differentiate to form the sperm. 200 to 300 sperms. These sperms, they are microscopic structures. इनका structure you see in detail. You see the structure of this sperm. You don't want to differentiate करता है तो उसके बाद उसका shape और size क्या रहता है. All this is going to happen at the onset of puberty. From the onset of puberty, when the male sex hormone has come into picture, you're going to say that a male can produce sperm. And the male sex hormone, that is the testosterone, mainly is produced by these interstitial cells or the Leydig cells, which are the intertubular cells. 2-3 tubules के बीच में ये cells present रहते हैं, इसलिए ये called है intertubular. See which hormones are influencing the process of spermatogenesis. कौन stimulate कर रहा है so that spermatogenesis हो? So at the onset of puberty, that is when the male is attaining the age of puberty, okay, the hypothalamus, it releases the gonadotropin releasing hormone. This gonadotropin releasing hormone, it stimulates the anterior pituitary now to secrete ICSH, that is the interstitial cell stimulating hormone, or the LH, and FSH. Alright, this LH will stimulate the Leydig cells to secrete testosterone, which is the male sex hormone. It will stimulate the Leydig cells to secrete the androgens, mainly the testosterone, which in turn, this testosterone in turn is going to stimulate the process of spermatogenesis. It's going to stimulate the process of spermatogenesis. And FSH is going to stimulate the Sertoli cells so that growth and development of the sperms takes place properly. The nourishment of the sperms takes place properly. So this is from the hypothalamus gonadotropin releasing hormone. We have done this in hormonal coordination also. Anterior pituitary stimulate होता है to release LH and SSH. LH is going to stimulate the Leydig cells to secrete testosterone. This testosterone is going to stimulate the process of spermatogenesis, that is formation of sperm. FSH is going to stimulate the Sertoli cells so that the sperms which are formed are nourished properly and they are grown and they are developed properly. So this is the hormonal influence. This is the hormonal stimulation for the process of spermatogenesis. Add this short note, you can write it down in your state board exam. You can just draw this chart and explain it. Okay, these will be the hormonal influence of the process of spermatogenesis. Let us see the product of spermatogenesis now. Spermatogenesis से क्या मिला है? Sperm मिला है. Let us see the structure of this sperm. एक छोटे से spermatid से spermatid की length increase होती है. Okay, and you get the specialized cell, that is the sperm, which is the male sex gamete. It undergoes morphodifferentiation, differentiation in the shape, in the size, to become this specialized cell, that is the male sex gamete. Alright, that is the sperm. So let us see the structure of this sperm. The sperm will be divided into 4 parts: the head, neck, middle piece and tail. The head, neck, middle piece and tail. The head will consist of acrosome on the anterior part. Means ये मेरा पेन है तो ये उसके ऊपर का जो पार्ट है, ओके, यहाँ पे acrosome रहेगा. This acrosome is going to have many hydrolytic and proteolytic enzymes जो हेल्प करेंगे ओवम को पेनिट्रेट करने में. दिस acrosome is going to have many enzymes which will help to penetrate the ovum for fertilization. Okay, बेसिकली जो सेल का प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन रहता है, ये प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन रहेगा पूरे स्पर्म में. And inside now in the head you will have the acrosome on the top cap portion पे. Then you will have the nucleus. Nucleus will have the genetic material. Then in the neck piece you will have the proximal and distal centrioles arranged in the neck piece. From the distal centriole एक axial filament निकलेगा which will pass through the middle piece and to the tail. ये axial filament का configuration 9+2 ही रहेगा जो आपको पता है. Alright, so from the distal centriole one axial filament is going to come which is going to pass through the middle piece and pass through the complete tail. In the middle piece, coiling this axial filament is going to be mitochondria. Mitochondria is going to be present in 10 to 14 spirals. Important MCQ, कितने spirals में रहेगा mitochondria? 10 to 14. This spiral arrangement of the mitochondria is called Nebenkern. Important MCQ. This spiral arrangement of the mitochondria is called Nebenkern. Important MCQ. This is going to be present in the middle piece. This is going to provide movement and energy for the sperms to swim. Okay, this is going to provide energy for movement. Mitochondria is going to provide energy for movement, for motility, for swimming. Alright, so ये mitochondria का function रहेगा यहाँ पे, which is going to be spirally arranged in 10 to 14 spirals. This spiral arrangement of the mitochondria is called Nebenkern. In the tail, you will have the axial filament passing through the tail, surrounded by the cytoplasm and the plasma membrane. So जहाँ तक ये axial filament cytoplasm और plasma membrane से surrounded है, that part of the tail is called main piece, and the remaining one which is not surrounded by the cell membrane and the cytoplasm is called the end piece. The remaining part of the axial filament which is not surrounded by the plasma membrane and the cytoplasm will be called the end piece. So structure of sperm, important for MCQs, important for your board exam. Very simple to draw. You just have to draw a head like this, a neck, a middle piece, and then a tail. You can divide the head then into the acrosome and the nucleus. You can show two centrioles in the neck piece. From the distal centriole, you have to show the axial filament running through the middle piece and through the tail and outside the tail, which will be the end piece. Here then you will show mitochondria which is present in 10 to 14 spirals. That is how you draw the structure of the human sperm, that is the human male gamete. This is what happens. This is what morphodifferentiation happens or metamorphosis happens when the spermatid is converted into a spermatozoa or a sperm. This is the end result of the process of spermatogenesis. जो एक germ cell से चालू होता है, वो एक sperm बनने पे खत्म होता है. So sperm is the end result of the process of spermatogenesis. We have seen the process of spermatogenesis in detail today. We've seen the structure of the sperm. हमने उसका hormonal influence देखा है. We have seen कहाँ पे होता है spermatogenesis का process, and we have seen the complete diagram of the transverse section of the testes. In the next lecture, we will discuss कि ये sperms जो lumen में आ जाते हैं after the nourishment from the Sertoli cells, when the sperms they come into the lumen, they enter the reti testes. What will be their passage from the reti testes to the penis, from where they are finally ejaculated outside the female body, outside the male body, and so to enter the female body. So we will see that complete passage of the male reproductive system in the next lecture.